still connected? Yes, it's still connected. Alright. Check the feed. The water, brother. We gotta check the sound. Sounds good? Hey, Shalom Makiyam. First and foremost, we would like to turn to the east and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. A double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, where we learned this 144% truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom, beloved Akiyam and Akwat. We back again through the spirit, power, mercy, and grace of our power, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, to bring out the truth of the Bible. All right, the true gospel that the scriptures say will be preached throughout all four corners of the earth, and then the end's gonna come. All right, and from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down for the past decades, bro. All right, there's been a specific doctrine being taught, and now in these latter days, in 2026, it's being seen. All right, that these men had the truth the whole time, bro. All right, it's being proven, all right, that what the elders were speaking on is the truth, bro. All right, because as we continue to embark on salvation, all right, we're witnessing, all right, men that were once a part of the fold, you know, they were once part of the rank, all right, fall victim, to Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man's backhanded deals. You know, we got individuals, you know, amongst us, you know, that ain't right. You know, so, hey, what's that? The Passover. The Passover is in April. It's real close. And around this time, anybody that's been in the truth, you could have been, if you've been in the truth for 2 years, you know that around the time of Passover, Yahweh, through the Spirit, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua brings out the broom, and he starts sweeping the body. And you got guys you know what I mean, out of there, bro. And we don't want to fall victim to that, bro, because this is the time we're in. We're at the very end. All right? With being at the very end comes great attention to detail. As Elder Apostle Tahar said, if you miss a day, what did he say? You miss a lot.
Yep.
You miss a day, you miss a lot, bro.
Yeah.
So the things are happening, bro.
Yeah.
Over in the East, the brother sent a fire article on the chat. Man, you got Iran talking about they got a missile that they're working on, or did they already?
They're working on it. They already got a missile. I don't want to.
You have the article?
I got the article.
Khan. Either way, Baba Koshan.
Khan.
They're talking to what? The reality of them trying to hit the West.
Yeah.
And you know damn well that they got that blueprint from Russia. Okay. And there's a triumphant going down right now. You got what? You got Iran, Russia, and China, is it?
Khan.
They're working as a coalition, bro.
Right.
You know?
In Korea.
In Korea, Korea, definitely, but there was an article regarding the three. Yeah, China, Russia, and Iran.
And I want to say something.
You got it, brother.
On what you said on the Passover. You see, when the Passover comes through, that sifter starts activating, and we know when you sifting something, it's not a violent act, as in, you know, a fight or whatnot, but it starts, you know, the Lord's shaking things up.
Right, yeah,
he
shakes things up.
He's shaking things up, man. And that's why the Lord said to hold on to what you got. You see what I'm saying? This is what we're holding on to, is the truth. You know, you let that go, like the brother said, man, see you later, you know? You're going to get sifted out to the left, man.
That's it.
You know?
Babakar Shah, Shakal, if you may, right? Can you grab Jeremiah, Babakar Shah, Akia 50? And what is it, verse 20, before he grabs that? And what is it, verse 22? There's the sound of battle in the land? Babakar Shah, Malak, that lined up beautifully with that information. I meant to go into it. I seen it, and I'm like, ooh. But I was at work, so I didn't have the time to go into it and look at it and read into it. I wish I did. But Lord willing, I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna do that. But trying to dig up some information with North Korea, because they had jumped for joy about a year and a half ago, because they concocted a missile that's a nuclear thing. Kim Jong-un and the crew going crazy, bro.
So we say I'm strong.
Yeah, I heard. You got him, Malak?
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22.
There it goes.
A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction.
Right. And that sounds going back to what? Those rumors, bro.
That's right.
Right? When you go into the rumors, it's going into the news regarding war. All right? And the individuals that are bringing forth this report are the men of the Lord. All right? And this is a dreadful sound in the ears of the king of Babylon, which is Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. This is why he has his 3-letter agencies watching us. They got our phones tapped. All right? They got our social medias tapped.
Right.
You know? They got worms,
right.
You know, amongst the bodies, doing reconnaissance missions, bro. This is the reality of what we're involved in, because this truth is detrimental to Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man's agenda.
Right.
This is going to be the main catalyst to take him out, and he knows that.
And he knows we're the men of the Lord.
That's it.
We're bringing out that truth. I wanted to bring this out.
You got it, brother.
Because when you started the camp, you said you know that the apostles been prophesying about this for decades, and now the men that learned off them, and you know, so you know in Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33 it says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. You see, so you know you're gonna know who was telling the truth and who the Lord was dealing with, because you know obviously the Lord is gonna send the Holy Spirit to his prophets, you know, to his true prophets. You know, and then you got others amongst the, you know, the Israel community, like, you know, these Genesis men and all that. You know, they just did a new post talking about that King David is gonna have his grandmother in slavery and whatnot. That. You know what I mean?
I saw it.
So
trying to tie in emotions.
Yeah.
You know, just to weed out the undesirable.
Yeah. You know, like, oh, cute old Grammy.
Right.
Cute old grandmother. You know what I mean?
But when you look at it for what it is, in reality, the men of the Lord, including King David, being that he's part of the elect, are not even going to have parents in the kingdom. Because we're directly going to be birthed of the Lord. You know, those first fruits. We're returning back to our original states. State. But they're too worldly minded. That's too deep. Wisdom is too high for a fool.
That's right. So you know, like I was bringing out, you're gonna know who the Lord was dealing with. You know, in these times that are coming. You know, these times are here, man, and everything is happening for a reason, and that's because Yahweh Shai is on his way.
That's it, and that's why the tensions in Western Asia, you know, the world ignorantly calls the Middle East, the Middle East. Tensions are high and they're not going nowhere.
That's right.
This is what the Lord's got planned. This is the Lord's plan against Edom.
Mm-hmm.
You see, he's gathering the nations right now, bro.
That's right.
All right. This is the way the Lord's setting it up for Esau, man. He's snaring them. This is why he's got Israel in the position they're in with Iran. They won't stop warring, bro. They're not gonna stop warring. The tensions are gonna stay where they're at. They're gonna increase, because ultimately, Israel's got to draw America out. This has to happen. This is why every time, and I'm so happy you got that article. This is why every time one of these nations are speaking about their nuclear weapons programs, the highlight of the talking point is America being able to be reached. You see, because this place has been a safe zone, all right, since its inception, all right? This has been a safe zone, bro. That's why when you go into Isaiah 47, I'm like, actually, can you hold that, brother? Can you hold Isaiah 47? Yo, bro, this place has been a safe zone, bro. To the point where they think these people over here, these Babylonians, bro, these proud, overweight, overzealous, jealous, covetous Babylonians over here, bro, they think they're never gonna get touched, bro. No, we got news for you, man.
That's right.
Hey, this place is gonna turn into a war zone, bro.
That's right.
All right, third world country status.
What's that? Jeremiah 51. They would have healed Babylon.
Whew, that's it.
You know,
but she could not be healed.
That's right. So you want me to read this?
Come
on. So this is an article I found on Newsbreak about 15 hours ago, right? And it says Iran building missile that can hit U.S. mainland. Ooh. Right? It says Trump warns as he tells regime to say the secret words to prevent war.
Right.
I wanna read a little further here. It says Iran is building a nuclear bomb.
Yup.
You see, so we could be specific, because then you could be like, how does that fit prophecy? You know, the too deep people, you know, they want to nitpick.
Right.
Well, there's all types of missiles. You know, how does that fit prophecy? Well, it says right here, Iran is building a nuclear bomb.
Right.
That could strike the U.S.
Yup.
Donald Trump has warned as he urges the regime to say the secret words to prevent war.
Right.
You see? So.
But about this, that's fine. You got more there?
It's a little bit more.
All right, yeah, let's get it out. You got it,
yeah,
brother.
it says the U.S. president slammed Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei for refusing to curb his sinister nuclear ambitions before threatening to use the huge military buildup currently stationed on Tehran's doorstep.
Right, and this is how you know Esau's full of crap.
Right.
All right, because remember they had that campaign where they supposedly descended upon various Iran nuclear bunkers, and they what was the term they were using? You brothers remember that term they were using? There was a term they used as far as how bad they banged them out. There was a specific term they were using. They were saying it all over the news. Every newscast was saying the same term. I can't remember what it was. But supposedly they knocked off the nuclear weapons program. They took out a lot of their weaponry, supposedly. But look at here. Now Iran's talking about, wait a minute. No, we have a missile that we're putting together that's going to be able to reach Babylon the Great.
Right.
And see, this is part of that terrible vision from the east, Malak. Can you get that precept? Oh, you got that? Nah, hold what you got. Did you already have it? You were thinking about it. You can pull it out, brother. Pull that up. But before you get that, can we get Joel? Let the weak say I'm strong. You had said it.
Yep.
You had made the mention, Joel 3.
Yep.
Come, Malak, you can go right to the point. Give or take through this prayer. I think you might want to start at verse up if I'm not mistaken. I'm not. If anything, you can start right to the point. Whatever the spirit does. But come, bro. This is it. Prophecy, baby. All right, end time prophecy. And with all this happening, all at the same time, all right, the MOTB's on its way. Right? Everything, the stage is set. You got it, brother.
God, there's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Woo!
Prepare war.
And this is talking to the natural Gentiles. All right, for those, you new listeners out there that may not know, there's individuals that are out here teaching the idea of the Gentiles, being the heathen can be saved and come into our promises and covenants. No, those Gentiles spoken of in the New Testament that Apostle Paul was on a mission to seek and recover were Israelites.
That's right.
Hellenized Israelites.
There's a distinction.
Yes.
Because remember,
Just to make that
Yahweh was sent to gather the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's it.
So that's talk of the 15, New Testament with the
15,
Gentiles.
24.
Yeah, man. They weren't Gentile state. Well, they were even in the, but they weren't being seeked after yet. That wasn't what the gospel was about from like the New Testament to the Old Testament. The Old Testament, they were still getting kicked out, being persecuted.
Right, we knew who we were.
Right.
There had to be a falling away first. Remember that?
Right, yeah.
So that which fulfilled Jeremiah 17, that discontinuing from my heritage, that fulfilled that. That's what 2 Thessalonians is talking to.
And what separated that was the Apocrypha. That's how it transitioned.
All that history, right? The Syrian wars and going into the Greek captivity and the close to 400 years of history of Jake being Hellenized.
Right. God. So proclaim ye.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother. So that's this Gentiles right here. That's talking to the heathen.
That's right.
So now you understand, for you new listeners, this right here, the Lord said, proclaim this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war.
That's right.
Right, because the Lord has a controversy, man, with these nations, man.
Right.
All right, he's what he's doing is he's putting them all in position, right, to destroy themselves, man.
Right.
Because the third world's war is right around the corner, and they're all involved. All these major nations. Remember, Revelations 19, the Lord's coming for crowns, man.
That's right.
You got it, bro.
Khan, wake up the mighty men.
Right.
Let all the men of war draw near.
Yup.
Let them come up.
Where are they going?
Beat your plowshares.
They're going to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat,
Khan.
which is the valley of Yahweh's judgment, which is over there in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia. All up in there. That's where they're meeting at. Okay?
That's Revelations. What is that? Where the Euphrates rivers dried up.
Yeah, Khan.
And he prepared the way for the kings of the east.
Yup.
Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords.
That's right.
and you're pruning hooks into spears.
Right, your agricultural tools. Beat them into weapons of war. This is why the nations are now tapping into Terminator seeds and Monsanto, because ultimately they're like, listen, we'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
We got to get them tanks, them missiles, them bombs, you know, them submarines, them, you know, those airplane carriers. We got to get them built.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you know, it's like in the beginning of everything. Everything's all good. Negotiations are going good. The money's flowing. Boom, boom. Until somebody gets too greedy and they let it slide for a little bit. And then they're like, nah, fuck all that.
Right.
You know what? We're going to go to war. We're gonna win, lose, or draw, whatever, man. Let's go. We out. We don't, man, fucking negotiations, you know what I mean? That's it, man. Niggas is like Tony over the phone. You know? Niggas saying, hey, who the fuck you think you're talking to, huh? They just hung up on him.
Right.
He said, they say enough with this shit, man. We're just gonna go to war.
That's it.
You know?
And it's the spirit, because it's the Lord putting it on their spirit to do that.
That's right.
Right? He's putting it on their spirit to want to go to war.
That's right, yeah.
There's no negotiations.
None. What'd it say in Isaiah 13? Yeah. It said they should not regard silver or gold.
Right. The Medes, which is Russia, you can't entice them.
And all these countries that are gonna go are gonna align with Russia. Russia's gonna be a guard unto them.
Right.
You know, and like you have made the point, who you think gave Iran the blueprint to make these weapons to hit the mainland?
Right.
You know, it ain't a coincidence that they just got together a few weeks ago. You know, they announced it, and now these people are building. You know what I mean?
Right. That's right.
I got something to talk to you.
You got it, Malak. Calm, Malak.
So,
I thought you fell asleep over there, brother.
I still got another verse.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Poland is significantly boosting its military, with 2025 defense spending projected to reach a record 186.6 billion zlotys, which is their currency, approximately 45 billion US dollars, up 28.6 billion zlotys from 2024. The surge places defense spending at 4.7 of GDP, leading NATO.
Woo!
So beating their plowshares and the swords.
Right.
In the spirit.
Right, beautiful, bro. And this is the spirit all the nations are in. All the nations are in investing in their military, man. You see? Because again, a military is what holds up an empire. If your military is weak, the empire is weak. All right? Because why? The military is the defense mechanism, man.
Right.
You know? So you got to have a powerful military. That's why these empires, throughout the course of time, you notice that they always invested into their military, bro. You know? It will make or break the empire.
Right. And that's why, like I was saying, a lot of these countries were investing in their, technology, food, agricultural stuff, because it was a time of peace. But now we're at the time of war. So they're like, the hell with that, because the Lord, the incorruptible spirit of the Lord is in all things. And the Lord is setting it up for the end, man.
Right.
So it says in verse, going back to Joel chapter 3.
Slack it, bro. I got a quick precept.
For sure.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3. Right? In verse 1, and it reads, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Jumping down, I'm going to jump down to verse 8. Right? A time to love, and a time to hate.
That's right.
A time of war, and a time of peace.
That's right.
You got him a lot.
This is the time we're in. We're in the time of war. There's been enough peace for America, for the past 250 years. You've been living delicious, what's that scripture say? Where I should not see the son of the death of a son.
Isaiah 47, I believe. That's why I grabbed that. That's the spirit.
Yeah,
Isaiah 47. That's the spirit.
The Lord has let you sit back on that mentality for too long.
Don't forget.
The Lord has let you sit down on that mentality for too long.
Right.
And now it's time for wars. Now it's time for these arrows to hit your front door. And now you're gonna look like that whore. And what's that? In Wisdom of Solomon that opened up her
quiver.
Her quivers to her legs to all the quivers.
Right.
Right. To all that salaki, her quiver to all the arrows.
Yep.
You're gonna get ran through.
That's it.
What you're gonna get is a
200 million warheads.
A spiritual. You're gonna get a spiritual train ran on you.
That's it.
With all these missiles coming at you,
That's
man.
Right.
You wanted to be the great whore. Okay, now you're gonna live up to your name, Because now these missiles are going to bust you wide open.
That's right.
You know?
This place is no longer a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Right.
No longer will this place be considered a safe haven.
That's right.
You know, the Lord has a plan for Babylon, bro.
That's right.
He has a plan for it. And it's overdue. Revelation 18, bro. This bitch of sins, bro, has reached up into heaven, bro. What y'all done over here, bro?
That's right.
And I mean, I love to bring it up, but it gets me emotionally upset. The idea of the blood that's on this land of us, of our people, bro, starting with the northern kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, that really lights a flame under me, man. You know, I start to meditate on it. You know, because we're walking over open graves. You know, they done built fucking false bodies of water over cities that Jake owned down south.
Yep.
You know, this is crazy, bro. Like, damn, Lord, get this guy. You know?
We're walking on a this is a mass grave we're walking on.
Brother. Get this dude. Get this creep.
What's the scripture say? That the blood of the saints crying out to me, man.
Yeah, Aki, that's a rock 35.
Yeah, man, you know? The blood of the saints is crying out to the Lord from this place, man. You know? So going back to Joel chapter 3, verse 11, assemble yourselves.
Ooh.
And come, all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about.
That's it.
Thither, because thy mighty ones to come down, Salakia. Thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yep.
For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
That's it.
God. Matter of fact, we can keep going a little bit more.
Right, we let the week say I'm sorry. Did you
I already got that, yeah. That was on,
I didn't hear it. For whatever reason, I didn't hear it.
I could go back up if you want.
That was the point of what I wanted you to say. I forgot I ain't even hear you read that.
Yeah. I'll read it again so you can talk.
You got it, Aki.
Joel chapter 3, verse 10.
I must have fell asleep. I wasn't talking about Chicago. You got it, brother.
I don't remember hearing it either.
You know, you remember hearing it? Yeah. You got it, brother.
Y'all gonna have to run the tape back. I read it from 9.
You got it, brother. Salakia.
The book of Joel chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords.
Yep.
And your pruning hooks into spears.
Right.
Remember, you started talking about
you got it,
agriculture.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got it. Yep.
Let the weak say I'm strong.
Let the weak say I'm strong, bro. So these nations that were once feeble, all right, are now in a position where they can knock you off the map.
That's right.
Why and how? Those intercontinental ballistic missiles, bro. The weapons of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai's indignation. These are his weapons, bro. He said he's going to open up his armory, all right? He's going to give the nations the ability, the nations that you would never have thought of, like North Korea, right? Iran, okay? The ability through alliances and obviously through, certain information being traded off amongst those alliances to be able to bring forth catastrophic power of weaponry, bro. And it's of the Lord. So now, America being an empire that is a great empire can no longer just descend upon them. We're going to come through there, we're going to set up a puppet leader. That none of that can play out like that now. Because now they're like, wait a minute, bro. No, you're not coming over here and defiling our women, taking our resources, all right? And then dressing us up like we're terrorists, bro. Because that's what he does. They're like, wait, nope. War, we want war. We'll go with you. We'll go to war with you, man. Oh, that's word? It. Boom, China. Oh, war. Oh, Russia.
That's it.
Hey,
it's Salakia. I stand corrected. Now I remember. When we said the pruning hooks and spears, you started speaking on agriculture. They grabbed the precept, and I thought we were done, so then I jumped out.
Okay, so we're not... Okay,
I stand corrected.
That's the spirit.
I stand corrected.
That's the spirit. No, that's the spirit.
Now I remember.
That's the spirit. That's real right there. I thought I was going crazy. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute.
I remember now. Yeah, when we went into the thing, you started speaking on the agriculture and all that.
I remember that.
And then I forgot to finish that line, but I jumped down.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. And now, but this is what it is, bro. Hey, the Lord is beefing up Iran. They're being beefed up. Oh, brother, can you get that vision? That terrible vision from the east?
Hey, forgive me, brothers and sisters. I'm the old one of the pack here, so.
Nah, you're good, bro. Nah, you're Gucci. That's the spirit. Go ahead, Chicago.
2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 28. Behold, in horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east.
You got it, brother. Go ahead, bro.
Behold, in horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east.
Right, a vision, which is what? A prophecy. Okay? Which is what? What the foundation of this ministry, bro. All right? This is how we're able to tell you through the Spirit what's coming and what's going to happen. All right? What's that? Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. So this is a vision from the east right here, man. Right? Talking to Western Asia. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 29, were the nations of the dragons of Arabia.
Right, which is talking to Ishmael and them. Right, you got the UAE, right? The United Emirates Empire, or what have you. Right? Hey, they're all tied in, bro. You see, they're coming together now. You know, because they're sick of the West, man. Everybody is. Everybody's sick of the small hats in the West. As we're seeing on the world stage, there's no good things being talked about the West and the small hats. But you got it, brother. I digress.
When the nations of the dragons of Arabia
Yup.
shall come out with many chariots,
Yup.
and a multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth,
Right.
that all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
Right. Go ahead.
Also the Carmanians,
Right. We're just talking to Iran. You got it, bro.
Want me to bring this out?
No,
real
no,
quick?
let him read a little bit more, but forgive me.
also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them.
You see that? So they're going to join battle with Ishmael and them. They're all tying together. They're all coming together, bro. They're sick of these niggas, bro.
Right.
All right? But you got it, brother. Showing you got the Carmanians is talking to Iran. You got it, brother.
Modern day Carmanians are the people inhabiting the Kerman province in southeastern Iran.
Right, and I believe it was like 1932, 33 that they changed their,
35.
is it 35? It should be there if the brother got it. But it was in the 1930s.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it says,
You want to look that up?
Carmania was a satrapy of the Persian Empire and a crucial region bordered by the Persian Gulf, parts of Gedrosia.
Right.
It says the ancient region of Carmania is largely identical to the modern-day Kerman province in Iran.
Right. Right. So when what's happening to this prophecy in 2nd Ezra 15, 28 down, the Carmanians is talking to Iran, bro. All right. And this is a heavy prophecy because it's happening right now. You see? But anyways, go ahead, bro.
In 1935, Reza Shah Pahlavi officially requested that the international community use Iran instead of Persia
Right.
to designate the country.
Right. And to make it more modernized. But anyways, you can go back to the precept, the water for that, bro. 1935, we'll try to make that stick through the Spirit. Start up on that verse, Malak, if you don't mind, Babak Shah, bro.
2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 29, or verse 30. Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood,
Yup.
and with great power shall they come.
Woo! And with great power shall they come. Did we not just read in the article that they now possess the ability to bring forth an ICBM missile? Is that not great power? That sounds like great power to me. There's no stronger device that can take the amount of life out than an ICBM. That's the most scariest weapon, all right? That's in reality, bro, right now. And this is why they're coined as the Lord's weapons of his agent. And we know that. This is a mystery. Think about this for a minute, brothers. You have an individual that thinks that, like, Vocab Malone, he doesn't know what the weapons of the Lord's indignation are.
Right.
Can you only imagine what this nigga would say to this? He don't know. We know based off the context of that chapter and what's being talked about, that it's the missiles, man. Right? And then we can go to more precepts. Right? Showing you that the Lord created the smith. We can just tie everything in.
Right.
They can't do that. This is a beautiful thing, bro. We understand what the Lord's about to do. The Lord, and this is what we're not playing when we say the Lord's about to kill a lot of people.
That's right. Even those that thought they were serving him.
That's it. And that's the scary, and that's Al-Shadia for you.
That's right.
A demon-like power, man. This is why the scriptures say, fear ye not me, saith the Lord in Jeremiah.
Right.
You know, you won't tremble at my presence, the Lord said.
Right.
Damn, man. You don't know who you're dealing with? What we do, the Wadi Yahabashim Yahushua, for keeping that healthy spirit on us, that healthy fear, to know.
Con.
You know, but needless to say, this is it. This is it, bro. They're gonna come with great power. It said. Go ahead, Akia.
I got a news article to back
What is it?
title to back you up.
Khan Malak. Khan.
In October 2024, Iran announced that Saudi Arabia requested joint naval exercises in the Red Sea, making a
Woo!
significant historic shift in relations between the former regional rivals.
Right. They're just doing military exercises just to look cute. Nah, man, they're getting ready to be something.
Right.
You know, they're getting calcified through the spirit, like warrioristic with it. They're getting ready to go.
Right.
They're preparing. You know, like how we're preparing through the spirit. We're preparing for salvation. We're preparing for the persecution that's written. You know, we're preparing our minds, our bodies, and our souls, man, to get ready to walk through the fire.
This is the Lord's movie, man, and it ain't staged.
That's it.
No, pun intended.
That's it. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And it ain't staged because you know everything in the movie is staged.
That's beautiful.
But this is the Lord's movie and ain't nothing staged,
That's
man.
right, bro. This is the
This shit's
reality.
gonna go down.
This is Khan. This is the reality, bro.
Right.
Fire. Shakar, you got it, brother.
Go on.
That's a lesson. That's
That's
a title for a lesson. Khan, Lord's
was
movie.
just
It
thinking
ain't staged.
And with great power shall they come.
Malak, you gotta read that from the top. You gotta call that out.
Second
Papa
chapter
Kusha.
15, verse 30. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath
Right, Iran. Go ahead, Malak.
shall go forth as the wild boars in the woods.
They're gonna be raging.
Woo! Going back to that nature. They're
Right.
going back
Well,
to
no,
them.
that's not them. We're coming to them. Go ahead, brother. That's gonna go back to Ishmael. It's gonna bring him
Khan,
back out in
Khan.
the form of the dragon. Go ahead, brother. And that's the spirit, brother. Because you got Genesis 16. Malak. You just refresh my memory. Go ahead, Akia.
And with great power shall they come
Yep.
and join battle with them.
Keep going.
And shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
Right, we're just talking to Babylon. Okay? Babylon's modern day Assyria. For you new listeners that may not know that, man. All right? This is modern day Assyria. Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand,
There goes that dragon again, which is talking to Ishmael. Go ahead, bro.
remembering their nature.
Remembering their nature. Hold that, brother. Now, if you go to Genesis 16, brother, I believe it's down around 14, maybe. It's when the angel's talking to his mom.
It says where Genesis 16 and 14, wherefore the well was called Bir La Haroi. Behold, it is between Kadesh and Bered, and Hagar bare Abraham a son, and Abraham called his son's name, which Hagar bare Ishmael.
Yeah, there it goes. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Abraham was 86 years old, and Hagar bare Ishmael to Abraham.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, that was it for 16. What you want is on 17.
Is it on 17? Go
Yeah.
ahead, bro. You got it. I could have sworn it was 16, maybe further. Maybe why am I saying 16? It might be further up. That was the last precept?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's further up then.
Or maybe like 10, 16 and 10. 16 and 11.
Right here. Genesis 16 and 11,
Yeah,
and the
there it goes.
angel
The angel, see, that was
of
talking
the
to her.
Lord said unto her, Behold,
Right.
thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael,
Right.
because the Lord has heard thy affliction,
Yup.
and he will be a wild man.
Woo!
His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his
And
brethren.
don't we see that with Ishmael?
Huh.
This nigga gonna strap 50 pounds of bombs on him and go and let shit go.
Right,
He'll
right.
let shit fly. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about I want my 70 virgins,
Yeah, bro.
you know?
You know?
Suicide bombers.
Yeah, con. They're with it, bro.
They
They're
got,
with
they,
it.
they got kids born with AKs over there, man.
Yup.
You know
That's
what I mean?
right. That's it.
Instead of a pacifier, they're giving them an AK-47.
Right. They start young. You know? They start young, bro.
Motherfuckers in America are being fed Infamil. Over there, they're being fed gunpowder.
Right. Con, bro.
Born for war.
Born for war, bro. They're
They
wild
don't
over
give a
there.
shit. Yeah, they don't give a shit.
Con, bro.
They want to die.
Yeah, man.
But bunch of.
Well, they'll die for the cause.
Yeah. They're dying for the cause and for that reward that they believe they're gonna get.
Yeah, that's right.
As we fight for our reward, but we know that we got the true living power.
That's it.
You know, all the other nations just got idols, man.
We're touching on that stone in the east. That stone they rub on.
Oh yeah. You're talking about the that stone. It's a representative of Coochie.
Yeah. The Decalogue.
No, it's not the Decalogue. Oh my goodness, that tip my tongue. Can you finish that?
The cornerstone, right? They call. I know they do.
You can look it up though.
They go circles in cornerstone
You
too.
look it up, it'll come up.
Yeah,
By the way, Cabal stone,
I think so.
right? Can you finish that precept, brother?
Second Endtime 15 of verse 31. And then till the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them.
Right. So they're gonna come deep, bro. They're tied in, brother. Can you get
It's called the Black Stone.
Okay, the black. I knew it was the black. I said the Black Stone, but I think that was the name of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
That
tripping.
shit's nasty. That shit. They think that shit really is a pussy.
Yeah, con. The heathen, bro. The heathen be wildin'. The heathen be wildin', bro.
Nah.
You know? But this is what it is, bro. You know, this is what it is. The stage is set, all right, for Babylon the Great to get visited, man. All right, and guess what? The Lord's gonna be with these heathen nations, man, to wipe this place off the map. Man, can you get Jeremiah 50 out and 9? What about Jeremiah 50 and 9? The Lord's gonna be with these heathen nations, bro. And guess what? They're out of there after that. They're just being used as tools to get the job done.
That's it.
You know, Russia's gonna be leading that charge.
Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 9.
Right.
For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations.
There goes that word assembly again.
That's right.
Which that word assembly goes into a military formation. All right, so they're gonna be set up to get the day. This place is gonna be surrounded.
That's right.
You know, like you know how Esau come to your house with SWAT. Not that we experienced that or anything. I'm just making an example. But and they're like, yo, come up with your hands up. Your house is surrounded.
I know.
And they mean that too.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? They're in the back. They're in your alleyway if you got one. They're where you put the trash at. They're by the storm door. Your house is surrounded.
Hey, bro.
You know?
No bullshit. Quick thing. D-Tex walked in, right?
I was being facetious when I said
Oh, okay.
You feel me? I was being facetious.
Because, bro.
You can hold it.
I mean, his cat's out the bag already.
Yeah,
I looked at.
It's poking his head out like, yeah.
I looked at old boy. I was only 18 years old.
You were a baby.
Yeah. I looked at old boy, you know, and I was ready to, you know, get it in.
Right.
And he goes, they're already all over your back door too.
Right.
I was like, all right, come on, you know what I mean? He's like, state police, everybody's already behind the back door, this and that. So I just left with them. But you're right, man. Once they come knocking at your front door, they got your perimeter.
Yes, sir, it's right.
You know, but that's how Babylon's going to get.
That's how the Lord's going to get them.
God.
As we're going to read in this precept.
Because the Lord is the law. The Hawashah is the law.
That's right. And we're going to be walking laws in the kingdom, which is beautiful, bro. We're going to be the walking law. Literally. The Lord is going to wire us up to be just all righteous, man.
Right. That's that new covenant,
man.
That's going to be that ultimate salvation right there. Right. That perfection, immortal bodies.
Right.
Righteousness, man.
That's it. We're going to be drawn. Salakia, brother, you got it. We're going to be drawn right from the source. You know, we're going to be drawn. We're going to be gods with a lowercase g.
That's right.
You know? Lord willing, we're part of that first resurrection. Shakar, what you got, brother?
You know, Babylon, them arrows going to be shot to the ends of the world. And when these nuclear defense systems are going to fail. They're just going to say when the sword shall come upon them, they shall not be wounded.
Right.
So they're like that SWAT team coming in around them. Ain't nothing Babylon can do about it.
That's right.
Right. When the missile defense systems try to shoot down the missiles, what that's talking to, they're not going to lose their rank.
That's right.
The missiles are not going to be able to be deterred. They're not going to be able to shoot them down with the golden dome. You know this nigga talking golden dome talk?
What's that?
And it sounds cute. You know what I mean? But because we know prophecy, we know it's a fallacy. That's a fallacy.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no Golden Dome nuclear defense system. I don't care who you get it through.
Right.
All right, the Harrison defense system, whatever. It's not going to stop these missiles, bro. And the brother just quoted the precept in Joel, the 2nd chapter.
And Jeremiah 50:9, where it says,
He's in there. That's the spirit.
it says, oh, is he?
Yep.
50:9?
He's reading that right now.
Con.
That's the spirit.
Con. It'll say it at the end. Watch what it says.
That's the spirit, brother.
Con.
We know in Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 9, for lo, I'll raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country.
Right. Again, that north country is talking to Russia. You see? That Russia's going to lead the charge of the assembly of these great nations via the BRICS and these other allied countries that are going to be pretty much vassals to Russia.
Yep.
You know, because again, like he's doing with Iran, he's supporting Iran with missiles and equipment and
defense systems.
What do you call them? They're called. They're a specific airplane. They're fast, but I forgot what they're called. It slips my mind. But it's a jet fighter that Russia specializes in. I think it's like a U-something 57. U-something 57. They're supporting them with those. And China. China's bought a bunch of them from Russia. You know? And these planes are the closest thing to an F-22 jet. The F-22 is one of the, that's the top of the line for Babylon.
Right.
You know? And it's the only setup that can come up against those 57s. But needless to say, brother, you got it, Akia. Chopper. You got it, brother.
An assembly of great nations from the north country.
No, we ain't say nothing. Why? What's up?
Oh, no, I thought you said you have 60 seconds. My fault.
Now you good, bro. Go ahead, Akia.
And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken.
Right, look, they're going to set themselves in array against her. They're going to surround her. Go ahead, bro.
Their arrows.
From thence, no, read that again. From thence she should be, what?
From thence she shall be taken.
From thence she should be taken, bro. She's going to be taken. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man.
Their missiles, because that's what the arrows are talking to.
That's right.
Shall be of a mighty expert man. Where they going to go?
None shall return in vain.
Like the brother was saying.
Right.
None of them are going to return in vain.
That's right.
Meaning what? It's not going to be for lack of no purpose. It's going to be a purposeful shot. It's going to reach its mark. It's going to hit. It's not going to come back void. You know? It's going to be a successful mission. Okay? The Lord is about to visit Babylon. Okay? With a destruction that the world... This is a destruction so crazy, so divine, right? That it's unbelievable, really. Like when we tell people, like, look, Babylon's going to be destroyed by the Lord via World War III, bro.
They don't believe that.
And the chariots. They don't believe it. They're like, there's no way that's possible. That's
Some
not
of you
possible.
bugged out Jakes think this is the promised land.
Yeah, come on.
Here it is, you dying. Been here more than 500 years, but this is the promised land.
That's a good point. That's crazy.
The only thing you promised is the goddamn grave.
That's it, bro. That's it. That's right, bro. And rusty lead pipes that you can shower in.
Right,
You
right.
promised that.
Right. And a sponge they call fish.
Right,
You know?
GMO food, you promised the
Yeah.
file bread.
They promise that your girl will believe in you after she say I do.
You know,
That's a promise. You know? You better get right with the Lord.
that's it.
Because ain't nothing promised in this goddamn
There ain't
place,
nothing
man.
promised, man. All right. Hey, listen, man. Call it what you want. Hey, the truth hurts, right? As the saying goes, and we believe through the Spirit wholeheartedly that we got it.
That's right.
Starting with the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone on down, bro.
That's right.
All right, we see the validity and the reality of this truth, bro.
Right.
Because nothing's been, hey, when the Renaissance Christianity form of doctrine was being pushed, nothing changed, nothing happened.
Right.
All right, the Great Awakening came through this gospel. Can we close up with Matthew 24 and 14 for the brother? Let's close out with that through the Spirit.
Come.
That's the Spirit, bro, because this is what it is, bro. And I love how you pulled out Ezekiel 33 already. Hey, at the end, they're going to know at the end.
Right.
All right, that the men of the Lord with those men that looked at you, that they yo, go get jobs. Like these people talking about, oh, why don't you go get a job? What
Right.
the fuck you think, man? You
Right,
really
right.
think we don't got no jobs?
You
That's
know-
crazy. That's how low they see the men of the Lord. You know what I mean? That's how low they see the men that serve the Lord.
Right.
They see us as broke, low down,
Right.
low life, You know?
You ever seen somebody thinking they too good for anybody else, and they laughing and ha until they see their opponent coming, and that smile turn into oh shit. That's how these people are gonna look. You know, all them smiles, all them gimmicks they got. You know, all that scoffing. It's gonna your smiles are gonna turn upside down, man. You know, you're gonna have that stupid look in your face.
It's gonna be, I told you so.
Yeah. Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, that's gonna be the Lord saying it through us. Gotcha, bitch. You know? So hey, and we can't wait, man. Lord willing, we're still around, right?
That's
And
it,
Lord
Lord
willing, we're those men.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Go ahead, bro. Bring that out.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
And there's two reasons why this gospel is going to be preached to the end of the world, right? For one, is because Israel is scattered through the four corners of the earth. So there ain't going to be no excuses for those that are going to get that left-hand judgment, you know? And also there's an elect among all those people that are scattered, right? That's one reason. The second reason is to also tell you, heathen, the judgment that you're going to receive from the Lord for putting your hand in the cookie jar. Because there's not one kingdom that did not have their hands in our spoil, as the scripture says. That's why the scripture says that the sword is a two-edged sword, man. It's cut both ways.
Right.
You see? One way it's cutting is for salvation, the other one is for destruction.
That's right.
Right? There's no gray areas. You see what I'm saying? So there ain't gonna be no excuses. All right? Like I said, there's just gonna be smiles and tears on that day.
That's right.
Right? Smiles of those that suffered for the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, that fought for this truth, all right, and got carried by faith. You know, that gift that the Lord has allowed the elect to receive. Okay, and there's gonna be many tears, okay, for not believing, all right, for not separating themselves, all right, and thinking everything was all good.
Cry now, laugh later.
That's right, man. The tables are gonna turn. Remember, the scripture says that the first shall be last and the last shall be first.
That's right.
Okay, so that's going to play out in all ways, spiritually and physically. You see? So at the end of the day, hey, we're just going to wait for it, right? Though it tarry, wait for it, it will not tarry. You
It
know?
will surely come.
It will surely come. And we see it knocking at the door, man. It's knocking at the door.
Yep.
That's it. All the Lord got to do is open it up. You know? Got that key? Just open it up. Boom. Let that wind of destruction come.
Yep.
And that's why we're waiting for that MOTB. Once we know that MOTB is in play, all bets is off, man.
bets are off.
Everything is coming one after the other, because why? The Lord said he's going to shorten the days for the elect's sake.
Right.
You know? So, we here, man. We good? So, you know, hey, Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, we're going to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba.
Abba.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shabrakatah. God.
Heavy. Hey, Shalom, Makiyam, Nakwa. Hey, the water for tuning in. Hey, fast as well as pray. Yahweh Shai is on his way. Hey, Shalom.
Come. Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shabrakatah. Shalom.